Hello, Miss Elliott.
Hi, if you could unmute, please.
How are you feeling today?
Good morning.
Morning, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm so grateful for you and Ms. Sedovich's promptness in getting this case moved forward and hopefully getting Noelle to a place where she can recover and heal.
All right. You're so welcome. I am sorry that this hasn't been done sooner. We're going to find out why it hasn't been accomplished, because I put certain dates for things, and my goal is to move people as quickly through the system as possible. And I will set things, and I understand when people have mental health issues, one, I want them to get the help that they need as quickly as possible, be moved out of the jail as quickly as possible. That is why I schedule things, because I want them to be successful. And I don't want everyone, please whisper. If you can't whisper, you need to stop talking. And I want them to be able to have the resources they need, because when they don't have the resources they need and they're out in public, sometimes they pick up new cases. So today,
Absolutely. Yeah.
today I'm going to figure out why she's still in custody and why things have not taken place the way I asked that they be taking place. So just one moment.
I appreciate that very much. And I'm sorry that Noelle is, a victim of the system here, unfortunately.
Yes. All righty. So who is the person who, because I ordered that, we're going to go on the record.
Judge, I'm going to bring both things.
Sure. All right, we're going on the record. The court is calling 2025 CR 007617, State versus Noelle Louise Elliott. And are you Miss Elliott? Elliott?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is the court's timeline. And if this timeline is incorrect, I need somebody to tell me it's incorrect.
Okay.
So according to my notes, you entered a plea in October 2025. I ordered that a TAP evaluation be done in custody. The reason why I ordered a TAP evaluation is because sometimes you cannot determine whether someone has a mental health issue if they have been taking controlled substances. So you have to get them clean and sober first. Then you can have an idea during the evaluation what the mental health issue is. So I ordered that. And I ordered a mental health evaluation to be completed at the same time. So that was completed November 10th, 2025, which that was pretty fast, because normally it takes longer than that. But I always say expedite, expedite, expedite. So then there was a recommendation for DDRF and Tacoma. And I signed that when that came in, and it takes Tacoma a while. So I signed that on December 2nd, 2025.
What is Tacoma?
They do an evaluation, but it ends up being inpatient treatment. It's to get you stabilized. All right, just 1 second. So trying to make sure the timeline was here. So the Tacoma was completed on January 22nd, 2026, which for them is very fast, right? Again, it was expedited. So then on March 9th, 2026, you sign your conditions for treatment, because you're like, you're correct. I need this treatment. I want this treatment. And so then those orders came to me once you sign it. I got it on March 10th. Now I don't leave the courtroom or the courthouse until I've signed every document that's presented to me that's in my folder. So I received it on March 10th. I signed it on March 10th. You were put on a wait list on March 19th. And here we are in July, and she's been sitting at the jail. And I don't think people realize the jail is not a safe place. And I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this, but whatever. The jail is not a safe place. It's not a safe place for people who have mental health issues. The jail is not built to handle people with mental health issues. You're supposed to be trying to move people quickly through the system as possible. And when I order things and they're not done in a timely fashion, Somebody could end up dying at the jail. Then guess what? Parents are upset. I'm upset. And I don't think that people are seeing people as people. I know people put a number on everything. Your social security number, that's how we identify you. Your SID number, that's how we identify you. But these are people, and people who are needing help, especially people with mental health issues. And when they are just sitting over at the jail, there are issues, there are due process issues. There are issues where legally someone can only be in jail as a condition of probation for a specific period of time. And when they go over that time, it's a violation of their rights. So somebody explain to me why she is still at the jail. Somebody explain to me why her uniform is dirty, like it hasn't been washed. So please explain.
Okay, so Your Honor, the client had been waiting in jail since the allotted date that you stated because there's a wait list normally for residential treatment, especially DDRF, due to the excessive amount of people that are required to be placed or waiting on a bed. There's an excessive wait list, and so she's been waiting for that long. However, there was a email sent out to me that the probationer had been experiencing barriers regarding her mental health and was not eligible to be transferred to treatment anymore. And so therefore we had sent an SR reporting it to you to basically advise you on what the situation was, as well as to maybe suggest or receive a suggestion on how we could move forward with pleasing the mother of the client, as well as the client, as well as treating her mental health, because right now she does not qualify due to how excessively her mental health has progressed.
I mean, her mental health is progressing the way it's progressing because people are not moving with a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
And because all of these deadlines that I've set have been missed. She's been in custody since October 2025.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. Ms. Abrams, do you have any updates?
Judge, I mean, basically ran down the timeline. I believe that I had. I think it was just a lapse in when the Tacoma was actually complete and possibly the moving forward with the packet to be sent.
Yeah, because the Tacoma was completed on January 22nd, 2026.
So I think that was your main concern when we spoke last week. So now we just need to figure out what.
So my thing is from January 2026, nothing was done. The Tacoma was completed. And then there were not orders sent to me until March 10th, and orders given to her till March 9th. I don't understand what the breakdown is in communication, but that needs to be solved because people die at the Bexar County Jail and they die at other jails and they're injured at the jails. And then guess what? People are asking me, why is this person still in custody? Why wasn't anything done from January 2022, January 22nd, 2026 to March 9th, 2026? There is no excuse for the gap from January to March. So somebody explain to me why there was a gap from the Tacoma completed on January 22nd, 2026. A jail visit is not completed with her till March 9th, 2026. And that's when she signed her conditions for treatment. Somebody explain that to me. Why is it takes that many months for her to get paperwork for her to sign?
And so whenever there is jail paperwork sent out, there's normally a wait list for that paperwork and signature. And when I had sent out the paperwork for the signatures and to explain to the probationer her conditions and that what she would be moving forward to do, there was a wait list. And so it had been set back for a week and a half. And then in order for me to speak to her, I had to be placed on a wait list for signatures. And so that was the process. And then
what is this wait list for signature business? I mean, do people not just go over to the jail? I mean,
no.
I mean, there's a 2 month. I mean, is this something that probation is doing? There's a 2 month wait to get somebody's signature on a piece of paper.
It was not 2 months. It was just about 2 weeks in order to get those paperwork signed.
No. According to this, Tacoma was completed on January 22nd, 2026. a jail visit with her for her to sign her conditions wasn't until March 9th, 2026. So I'm trying to figure out, there's a wait list for people to actually go over paperwork with somebody at the jail and get them to sign it?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a wait list. However, it was not 2 months, unfortunately. The wait list for it was, there was 2 weeks for the jail list. And then when the paperwork was received to explain the conditions, I had received a letter from Ms. Noli explaining how she wanted to move forward. So I was reevaluating the case to see if I could assist in any other way. And then when the paperwork was sent for her to be signed, I know there were some questions in moving forward with the residential treatment. And so that was the holdup and the process, as well as the dates had changed for Takumi. And I was unaware of that till later.
All right, so here's the thing. Moving forward, there should not be this huge gap between Takumi being completed and then somebody in custody signing conditions. I could see if somebody's out of custody, maybe they're like, oh, I can't come in and sign. But this person is in custody and there's a wait list for documents to be signed and she has mental health issues. As far as I'm concerned, it seems to me people with mental health issues should be put at the top of the list because they have mental health issues and you're trying to get them stabilized as quickly as possible and get them moved to where they need to be to continue with their mental health treatment. So now the question becomes, one, I'm not going to keep her in custody for DDRF because that's going to be another 12 weeks. What is it, Ms. Abrams? 12 weeks, a year, what?
But for now, I believe it's 15 to 20 weeks.
It's 15 to 20 weeks. So I don't think that's right to do 15 or 20 weeks. Are you currently med compliant?
Yes. And I got probation back in October. And that's when I thought I would be getting out.
Well, no. You were not going to be released in October because of your mental health issues. I wanted to make sure there was a TAP evaluation done and a mental health evaluation done. So now the question becomes, where can she stay? And so it needs to be a place that can successfully help her with her mental health issues. So, Miss Elliott, is there any insurance or no?
No.
No, I'm a 70-year-old woman, a widow. Noelle's dad died tragically when she was 17 in a single car crash. I survived now on Social Security only. Through the years, I did get Obamacare for her for a couple of years. She was in and out of 2 facilities that I can tell you about. One was Hannah's House down in South Padre Island. The other one, she went out to Florida but both of those places are mainly dealing with rehabilitation. And I don't believe that Noelle's psychiatric and mental health issues have ever been addressed properly, nor has she ever been stabilized for any period of time.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a short recess on this matter. I'm going to see if there is someone I can call to come over to see if we can find a placement for her. And we're going to get that done before the week is out, as far as finding a placement for her, okay? So
you're an angel. I'm telling you, I'm going to cry right now because...
Oh, we're gonna do what we can do, and so my goal is to have her in a placement before the week is out. So let me make some phone calls. If there are no objections to my making some phone calls and seeing if I can find a placement for her, is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
All right. So just have a seat. Placement may not happen today, but I'm going to try to get her in a placement before the end of this week.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So, Miss Elliott, I know probation has your number and your information.
Yes.
If you want to, I'd say Zoom back in at 1:30.
Okay.
And if we have something before then, we'll contact you to come back before then. Okay.